Like Billy Carson says all the time, there are so many people with a problem for every solution, right? Well, no, we want to be the ones who have a solution for every problem. Very different. So if you're catching yourself doing this, it would be a good thing to take a fast from complaining and focus only on the way forward in whatever you're doing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, action! We are live, and thank you for joining me in our channel and community that is uplifting humanity one prayer at a time, one positive thought at a time, one positive heart aligned with the mind and heart aligned, one positive action at a time, which creates a wave of beautiful thoughts, a wave of beautiful heartfelt feelings, a wave of positive action that lifts up all of humanity, because each and every one of you are here on purpose, for a purpose. So let's get excited, because you are meant to bring in your dreams, goals, visions, purposes, and acts of service. It is not time for you to be playing small. It is time for you to get loud. Let's get loud in a good way. So let me see. Okay, every time we start off our videos with prayer. Now we have been holding up Lahaina Maui, Olovalu, Kula, all of Maui is going through it. So let's lift up Lahaina in specific, but all of the island. And let's lift up Oahu with its water crisis and such, and the Big Island. And then we're going to also lift up the world. We want to be sending prayers to Palestine, prayers to Israel, prayers to Yemen, prayers to Canada, prayers to Hong Kong, prayers to Singapore, prayers to Taiwan, prayers to Korea. There is no limit. We are stepping up as higher order value people, and we are just taking this time. We start off every video with our 30 seconds of prayer that multiplies into eternal, because whatever you focus on expands. So when we focus our prayers for love, healing, provision, abundance, joy, for the good things to pour into these regions of the world, it is so. So let's take a state. What state are you holding today? Like if it's like peace, grab it, embody it. If it's joy, grab it, embody it. If it's healing, grab it, embody it. And these states actually elevate each other. So pick a state that you're going to, higher order state, okay? No poo-poo here, no yuck. A higher order state, and we're grounding, we're opening up with our heart and mind aligned, and expand, energy up, and let's hold the world. Here we go. Greece, France, London, Italy, Russia, Japan, you just feel our prayers expanding. Okay. Now we're going to release these prayers. We're going to cast them on God, for He cares for us. So beautiful. Thank you. Your prayers matter. Your thoughts matter. Your heart matters. Your actions matter. Okay, so what are we doing? We are picking up on Neville Goddard, At Your Command. So what are you commanding? So we were hitting up the part about feeling, the feeling state. And Neville is so good at the feeling state. What are you feeling? And if you're going to catch any kind of feelings, these are the kind of feelings we want you catching. The kind of feeling of I'm healthy feeling. See if you can feel that. Feel it. Or I'm free. Feel that. Or I am strong. Ooh, that backbone is strong. That whole body, mind, and heart aligned is strong. How about I'm healthy? I'm rich. I'm abundant. So these are the kind of feelings we want to be catching. So thank you, Neville. So we're going to pick up where we left off. And what we were discussing was about Daniel in the lion's den, because these different examples and stories, like Disney has excellent stories that teach too, right? There's stories in every culture that teach. So in this one, we're talking about when in the Bible, when Daniel was in the lion's den. So his main problem was the lions. But instead of focusing on the lion, he focused on his faith on God, and that he had this knowing that God was going to save him. And he turned his back on the problem, the lions, and stayed focused on the presence of God within him to have the faith that he would be saved. So Neville is telling us about turning our backs on the problems. Now, this doesn't mean to be foolish, but it does mean that you do not want to give all your attention. Like, for instance, you may be having issues with taxes. Okay, yes, but then you want to pivot, turn from the taxes, and focus on every solution-oriented way to get your problem resolved. Like Billy Carson says all the time, there are so many people with a problem for every solution, right? Well, no, we want to be the ones who have a solution for every problem. Very different. So if you're catching yourself doing this, it would be a good thing to take a fast from complaining and focus only on the way forward in whatever you're doing. Okay, so getting back to this. Neville says you would not be thinking of one thing in the world but your problem, which in Daniel's case, it would be the lions. Yet you are told that Daniel turned his back against them and looked towards the light that was his God. If we would follow the example of Daniel, we would, while imprisoned within the den of poverty, so Neville is laying it down here, pick it up. While imprisoned within the den of poverty, of sickness, take our attention away from our problems of debt, sickness, and dwell upon the thing that we seek. So, poverty, sickness, debt, blah, blah, blah. Pivot. Use the force. Now we are going to look into prosperity, healing, health, financial provision, whatever that need is. Okay, so we're going to take our attention away from the problem of debt and dwell upon the thing that we seek. If we do not look back in consciousness, okay, so that means like living in the past of what doesn't work. If we do not look back in the consciousness of our problems, but continue in faith, so walk it out in faith, walk it out in faith, believing ourselves to be that which we seek, we too will find our prison walls open and the thing sought, yes, whatsoever things realized. So in that moment, think about this. It'll be, okay, believing ourselves to be that which we seek. So believe ourselves of that which we wish to seek. Then we will find our prison walls and the thing sought to be, yes, whatsoever things realized. Whatsoever things realized. That's a state. Do you feel it? Because if you can feel it, you will get to experience it. So, let's see. Okay, so the next one goes into another story. We'll cover that in our next video. But I just want to thank you for joining me. Keep digging into Neville, or keep re-listening to these videos. They're very helpful. They can give you clues. But if we're kind of like, if we're going to do something, let's catch them good feelings, okay? And let's use our imaginations wisely. Let's go forth in our life with faith, believing that we can be that which we wish to embody. All right. We want to know that it's a yes to whatsoever we wish to realize. All right, and on that note, thank you for your prayers for Maui, the Hawaiian Islands, Oahu, the water crisis, and the Big Island, and all the Hawaiian Islands, Ni'ihau, Ko'olave, Lanai, Lala, all of them. But also, thank you for prayers for the whole world. Continue to uplift Palestine, continue to uplift Yemen, continue to uplift Israel, continue to uplift, Korea, Japan, China, Hong Kong, like Singapore, London, Ireland, Italy, France, Germany, Canada, the United States. Just keep holding these places in prayers with your heart and mind aligned, and keep walking boldly in the direction of your dreams, goals, visions, purposes, and acts of service. Because I'm telling you, if you needed a sign that you want to get going on whatever it is, your art, your nursing degree, buying a home, becoming a lawyer, whatever it is time for you. I'm your sign. Hello, aloha, mahalo. Get out there, get going. Start taking inspired action. Okay, you want to get your mindset right and your heart and mind aligned. That heart field is larger than the mind. There is grand research. It's much larger than the mind. It has intelligence and knows what's going to happen 6 or 7 seconds prior to. And if some of us have these deeper intuitions, it's going to be actually much more in advance. So you want to use these God-given tools to make the best of your life. Like, get your mind right, get your heart right, get your energy right. Self-care is critical. And then start walking boldly. That means taking action. It's great to meditate and all these things. You need to do it all. But you can't just sit there and then not take action. Okay, you're down in this 3D world. You want to take steps and actions. And then at a certain point, the momentum builds so much, you're just walking on sunshine. Whoa. And it's starting to feel good. And catch that feeling. All right. So I'm going to see you tomorrow. I want to thank you for joining me. Much love to you all. I'm praying for each and every one of you. So no self-harm, no sabotage, no suicide, none of these things. Know that if you're hearing me, and even if you don't hear me, because I'm sending the signal out through energy, frequency, and vibration, you're here on purpose, for a purpose. You're precious, and God has a specific plan for you that no one else can do. Sure, we resonate in pods of giftings, but there's always something a little different that each person has to give. So I want to encourage you, get up off that dance floor, which is the universal dance floor, and give that God what he's looking for. Because God, as Reverend Ike would say, thank you, God, in me. Right? He realized that God dwelled in the temple. Joe Dispenza, Louise Hay, Joseph Murphy, Abdullah, Neville Goddard. This is not an outside job. It's an inside job. It's an inside job. So thank you for joining me. Thank you, Brand My Two, Benzie Darling, for doing my videos and things. And I just have so much gratitude and thanks for each and every one of you. I'm praying for each and every one of you. And may you each be in and at peace.